Beard product allergies. In today's video, I'm going to go over the most common allergies and reactions that can come from beard products. Show you what to look out for, show you what could be happening, because there are a lot of common reactions that happen that I don't think guys even realized what's causing it or what is really going on. And there's some that are on the more severe side, and we'll talk about all of that. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in learning about or looking out for, please hit a thumbs up on the video. That is appreciated. And hey, if you're new here, my name is DanCBearded. Been doing this for a little while, loving it every step along the way. If you like this, consider subscribing. Thank you guys. The most common allergy when it comes to beard products would be on the fragrance side, and that would come from cinnamon and clove, aka all of the spices. Pretty simple. There are two main things that happen if you have an allergy to cinnamon, to clove, to any of those other ones. One is your skin is going to turn red. Number two, it is going to burn. Now, the severity of the reaction depends on the severity of your allergy, but also the potency of that allergen. So for example, if there's just a little bit of cinnamon in there, you might get a little red irritation. It might fade in 5 to 10 minutes. Or you might have one that lasts for a half hour, that lasts for an hour and absolutely feels like you are burning. Now, things can really accelerate that. Let's say you just took a Brio or another trimmer or a razor, and let's say you got real close on the neck or you did your cheek lines up. If you put that allergen on there, then it's going to really magnify the experience as compared to skin that's not so irritated or not so opened up. But there are estimates of up to 70% of males in this world have some level of an allergy to spices like cinnamon and clove. So if you've experienced that burning, that's probably what it's from. Is it the most severe? No. Is it going to do any harm other than that? Usually no. But it's something to look out for if you're like, well, you know what, Dan? I have experienced that. Golly gee, I'm going to avoid those spices. Hey, you're welcome. The next most common allergy that a lot of guys are looking out for would be nut allergy, specifically tree nuts. Now, this is a little bit different when it comes to like the severity of their life. A lot of people are allergic to tree nuts are looking out for peanuts, and we don't really see that ingredient in beard products. The two most common that I come across, number one is almond with sweet almond oil. That is everywhere. It's one of my favorite ingredients. I'm sorry. And then number two, I do see some hazelnut oil that's out there as well. Now, this is not like usually consuming a peanut, right? Oftentimes people that have a nut allergy, their throat will close up, they'll have trouble breathing, they'll get their tongue swollen, all sorts of really dangerous things. Normally, when you have a tree nut allergy and it's topically applied, you get a rash, you get raised bumps. There can be more severe cases, but I would assume you would see a doctor about that. I would assume you would know your personal situation. But if you've ever put on an oil and you started to have some raised bumps, you started to have a pain there, you may have a tree nut allergy that you want to get checked out. This next one is the most common beard product allergy that people do not realize they have. I cannot tell you guys how many times someone has come to me and said, dude, how could you recommend this scent? It smells terrible. It smells rancid. It smells awful. Literally, people around me have brought me bottles, and I said, your nose is broken. There is nothing rancid about this. And they say, no, it doesn't smell bad in the bottle. It smells bad once I get it on my skin. And that would be coconut oil. There is an allergy to coconuts, and for whatever reason, right? I'm not a scientist. I don't know why this happens, why the reaction happens, but what happens when a lot of people are allergic to coconut oil is it turns into a bad smell on their skin. That is pretty wild, but it does. It's supposed to smell rancid. It's supposed to smell kind of just off and not good if you have an allergy to coconut oil. So sometimes you'll hear people online refer to an oil just not working for them. It's not right for their skin. This would be an extreme version of that, but it is accurate. So if you have tried a product that everyone has raved about and it didn't smell bad in the bottle, but it just didn't mix with you well, see if it has coconut oil in there in some form, whether it's MCT oil, whether it's fractionated coconut oil, or just straight up coconut oil. And then maybe try another product that has a higher potency of coconut oil and see if that smell is on there. Because there's a lot of people that have that allergy, they don't even realize it until beard products. The next allergy is back to the fragrance side of things, and that is cedar oil, a very common essential oil that we find in the beard world. For one, it smells manly, it is calm, it is nice, but for two, it has a very safe rating when it comes to applying it to your face. There are different versions of cedarwood oils that are out there. You have a Texas one, you have a Carolina one, and stuff all over the place. Some of them have up to 100% potency use. Meaning, you could take a bottle of cedarwood oil and use that as a beard oil. Now, I would not do that. That's not going to give you a lot of benefit, but the safeness is there. Now, if someone has a cedar allergy, even topically applied, there's two main things that happen. Number one, they can have a burning of the skin, very similar to cinnamon, very similar to clove, right? Makes sense being a fragrance. But number two, it can be pretty severe and serious, and all the way up to not being able to breathe, taking away their oxygen, closing their throat, just from a topically applied fragrance. Now that is pretty scary. I've only heard of this on 1 or 2 cases where someone has reached out to me, but it is possible and it is something to be aware of. Sam has an allergy to white birch, and so we have to be careful with that because hers is the same type of reaction. She starts to have the ability not to breathe. Now that has not happened in her adult life. That's not something we worry about, but it is a thing, and cedar can be one of the most severe if you have that allergy. The next allergy is a hate it or love it ingredient, and that is castor oil or castor seed oil. Now that gives beard oils its thick viscosity. It gives it a little bit of stickiness to it, so it helps you style things, and it's got some great properties for the hair and skin. Oftentimes it comes down to personal preference, but there are some people that do have an allergy to castor, and the two main reactions that you will experience, one is burning, but two is your skin will swell up. Not bumps, not a rash, but it will physically swell. So if you have ever put on beard oil and you felt like swollen and your cheeks felt a little bit puffier, maybe it turned red and was a little bit painful, check to see if castor oil is in there, because that's a pretty unique reaction that we don't see with all these other allergies. I would bet you that it is that castor allergy. Maybe go check, get that allergy test and see if that's one of them. The last one I'm going to cover today goes back to the fragrance side of things, and that would be the essential oil lavender. Now, I am a major lover of lavender. If I had to pick one scent to have for the rest of my life to wear on a daily basis, it might be lavender. It's so calm, it's so clean, it just kind of picks me up a little bit. I really, really enjoy it. Now, this one does not burn, it does not make you swell like we've seen with some of those other fragrance allergies. Lavender, for people that do have an allergic reaction, will get headaches or migraines, and that can lead to worse things as well. If it's severe enough, they can get black spots and not be able to see. It can impact their vision, it can impact their stomach, and there's even symptoms of throwing up. Now, oftentimes people will think, man, I just really don't like the smell of lavender. No, there's an actual allergic reaction that is happening because of that. This is not super common, but it is something that happens, and I personally know several people that have this allergy and have to avoid it when it comes to beard products. To wrap this up, this video and list could go on forever and ever and ever. People out there are allergic to everything. There are people that are allergic to grass. There are people that are allergic to oxygen. Yeah, that's true. Check it out. There are people that are allergic to water. So we could keep this going forever, but I'm just going over the common ones that we like in beard products and see in beard products, and especially the ones that I hear about. So I need your guys' help. First and foremost, is there a beard allergy that you have experienced that I did not cover? Put that down in the comments. You genuinely could help out someone's life right now. And then number two, just out of curiosity, have you personally experienced any of the ones that I did list today, or know someone that has those? Or maybe a family member. Has your wife experienced those symptoms because you were kissing all up on your wife or your kids when you were hugging them? Let us know down below anything and everything about allergies related to beard products. Again, this could be a powerful video that could really help people not only enjoy what they're putting on their face, but help their purchases in the future so they don't waste money and just stay safe and mentally healthy, right? Thank you guys. DanCBearded, stay bearded and stay positive.